I hope you understand that this film came out over 3 weeks ago everywhere else, so I have to use the most basic puns. Is it good? Yup. Is it great? Nope. Let's talk about it. Welcome, horror fans. Thank you so much for clicking on my review for Jordan Peele's Nope. It is finally hit in theaters over in my neck of the woods, and the film is set in inland California, where after random objects falling from the sky result in the death of their father, two ranch-owning siblings attempt to capture video evidence of an uncanny and chilling discovery. That's just the bare basic premise of Jordan Peele's latest. But if you're at all familiar with his previous work, you know you can expect some nice themes implemented into the story, some social commentary, and obviously a fresh take on a tried and tested concept. That's exactly what this film gives us, to moderate success. I usually like to start out my reviews with the positives, lead into the negatives, and then just my overall thoughts to close it out, but I'm actually going to do somewhat the reverse of that today. I want to give you just my general thoughts on this film, then lead into the positives, then into the negatives, and then just my closing statements. And when it comes to Nope, I was moderately excited. I was not the biggest fan of Us, and with repeated viewings and the more I think about it, that film gets slightly worse. Where Us was a brilliant premise and explored in a fascinating way, but it didn't really stick the landing whatsoever, Nope has similar but also very different issues, as it is just in general a very different movie. But while I didn't find it to be the most interesting or fascinating exploration of a brilliant concept, I think it sticks the landing quite well. It's just the middle that drags. And that is due to a whole ton of problems, because Nope is a film that features some of the best aspects of Jordan Peele as a storyteller, but it also features the worst aspects of Jordan Peele as a storyteller. But with that out of the way, I can say that Nope is a good movie. It's just set back due to a ton of undercooked ideas and some inconsistencies in the writing. But before I elaborate on what works about Jordan Peele's thematics, I need you to start a conversation on Nope in the comments below. Let me know what is your favorite aspect of Nope, your least favorite, anything and everything down there. And if you're enjoying this review, if you love movies and TV, this is the place to be, so consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversations on your favorite movies and TV. So let's talk about what I liked first. And to me, with Nope, Jordan Peele truly asserts himself as a real master of horror, delivering a creature feature with so much more elegance and layers than the rest. This is his response to Jaws in every conceivable way. Where Steven Spielberg's classic made you afraid of the water, this film makes you afraid of the sky, where there's nowhere you can run that the sky is not there. The stunning IMAX visuals captured by the brilliant Hoyt van Hoytema instill a constant sense of fear and create this atmosphere of dread that never lets up. On a visual standpoint, this film is honestly immaculate, and it features one of my favorite shots in this entire year, where a lot of the film makes you afraid when you're not really seeing anything. You're not really seeing the monster. Is that anticipation, it's that suspense, it's that building of tension that feels so natural and so effortless from Jordan Peele that makes you fear in anticipation of seeing whatever is hiding up in the sky. There are some moments of gore, but really, it's when you're not seeing anything that this film truly instills some fear in you. And the sound work as well is horrifying. Sometimes you can almost feel the crushing weight of something looming above your head, and I think the sound work in this film becomes so immersive in bringing you into this story, it is bound to become iconic. But the best thing this film has going for it is its thematic richness. To no surprise, Jordan Peele is thematically exploring many complex metaphors. In Nope, it's about our obsession with spectacle, the exploitation of others for said spectacle, and the lengths we're willing to go to capture it. These themes and metaphors are intertwined into all the plots and subplots on the film and converge them all seamlessly. On top of that, something that I appreciate about this film personally was how it is a love letter to cinema and to bring films to life. Not only is one of the lead characters in this film a cinematographer who represents a ton of that obsession at capturing real spectacle, but our lead characters are horse breeding ranch owners. They are part of the crew that brings films to life, so it's really nice to see Jordan Peele have a protagonist who's doing heroic things in the third act without spoiling anything, and he's sporting a sweatshirt that says crew. That was just really nice, and again feeds into that whole theme of exploitation and how a lot of times the crew doesn't get the thanks they deserve for their immense amount of work. There's just so much to chew on thematically with all this, with Peele adding his nuanced touch of social commentary, incrementing into all of these elements, and it all comes together beautifully from a thematic standpoint. And speaking of that sibling relationship, they are the beating heart of this film, with Keke Palmer being brash, outspoken, extrovert, and Daniel Kaluuya serene and calm. He wants to do his job, get paid, go on about his life, and deal with his financial troubles. He displays that quiet intensity that has made him such a captivating actor to watch, and the two are beautiful contrasts to one another, not just in their performances, but they're the stark contrasts when it comes to the exploration of those themes that Peele wants to discuss through his film. And this is all everything that Peele does well, incrementing themes, metaphors, social commentary in a nuanced way into his stories and finding ways to explore that. In this case, we have a creature feature and we have crew of filmmakers trying to find out what is actually happening. The worst kind of Jordan Peele storytelling is when these themes, these metaphors, these discussions are not incremented into the narrative in an organic way. And this film has a lot of problems on a narrative standpoint. As much as I like how the themes are handled, I think he breaks quite a few of the established rules of his own narrative. And he naturally does that to serve those themes he wants to explore, those themes that will naturally enrich his story. But in this case, they get in a way. There's this character played by Steven Yeun, who's a former child star who went through this unspeakable tragedy on air. And while thematically a lot of his backstory feeds into the metaphors of Jordan Peele, narratively it has no payoff. Narratively, you take this backstory out of the film and it informs nothing about his character's decision making. It's almost kind of annoying, really, how this film has such great ideas, such great build up, and then the payoff is minimal to non-existent. Furthermore, my bigger issue with this film is the creature itself, where for the bulk of this film, while it doesn't show the creature, that's when you're feeling that sense of dread. That's when the visuals are working to enhance the horror elements, the sci-fi elements of this story. But it is a monster movie where the more we learn about the monster, the less interested I was in the outcome. It wasn't so much that at every reveal I found myself going, oh, okay, that's interesting, that's cool, where's this going? I found myself going, oh, okay, I guess that's cool. I spoke about the technical aspects of this film. The imagery is sensational, the sound is absolutely haunting, but the more we see, the more we understand about this creature, the less the horror works. It doesn't help that this is some of the worst creature design I have ever seen, in all honesty. I don't want to get into details even though the film has been out for a while, but it looks like my kitchen drapes have come to life and are flying in the sky. It doesn't look horrifying, it looks kind of funny. I just couldn't shake this feeling that the more the film went on, the less interested and engaged I was in the narrative. I was just looking at those concepts and themes and how fascinating they were and how I wish they were explored in a more interesting way. Jordan Peele clearly had a fascinating starting point with his concepts, themes, and social commentary. But it seems like he explored those concepts and themes with the first idea that came to mind. Therefore, it doesn't really feel like the most interesting way to explore said concepts. But his mixing of genres with his trademark Jordan Peele touch with all the social commentary made it on the surface so interesting, and it does stick the landing so well, bringing all these themes together, but the narrative really suffers, unfortunately. So at the end, I found myself rather conflicted on Nope. I understand and appreciate all the themes, social commentary Jordan Peele wants to bring in, but his narrative suffers from it, where there just are too many ideas that feel unexplored, undercooked. What I appreciated was how this creature and the way he explores it is probably the most believable manner of exploring this movie monster that I've ever seen brought to screen. But despite the promising start and honestly really bringing those themes home, by the end when we close out this film with a mixing of genres that include horror, that include sci-fi, that include even Western, I think the middle really drags and doesn't live up to the bar set by those two extremes of the film. Nope is an elegant creature feature, drenched in the classic Jordan Peele touch, thematically rich with complex metaphors, haunting visuals, and horrifying sound work, bound to become iconic for horror fans. Narratively, sadly, it is inconsistent, with loose story threads that result in it feeling quite unfulfilling. I'm giving Nope a B-. But that's only my review on Nope. I need your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Jordan Peele's latest and how you rank all his 3 films down there. Thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to my channel members for always supporting the channel. And until the next one, love each other and love the movies.